Hi guys, so in this video we're going to be going through a review on the Evercoat 440 Express Universal Sealer and Micro Pinhole Eliminator. Now you just see me there. If you ever buy a bottle of this or any of the Evercoat products, on the back is a handy little label that you can just peel back and all the instructions for use are on the back. So what I've done is I've already gone around the rest of this car and put the Evercoat sealer on it. This door here that I'm just highlighting with my hand, we're not going to put any sealer on that, and we're just going to show you the application on this quarter panel. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go around, put the primer down, and then you can have a look for yourselves what you think of it compared to putting primer over an untreated repair. So the best way, as per the instructions, is to take a cloth that's not like majorly absorbent, squirt a bit on your cloth or straight onto the panel if you want. Give it a really good rub into your repair, and you will see it highlight a lot of the tiny little scratches. And if you're one of these people that maybe lacks a bit on your prep, then it'll show up any pinholes or anything like that. Personally, the pinhole side I think should be done properly with filler or micro, or like the fine filler, rather than putting a product like this on, because I think with it being a 1K it may dry back and those pinholes might come back through, but I could be wrong. So once you put it on, then get yourself another dry piece of tissue and just take off the excess, and then all you want to do then is give that a good sort of 10-15 minutes just to dry down fully before you start applying any primer to it. So primer wise, we're going to go the same way that we always do. I'm going to use my Devilbis FLG5 that's got a 1.8mm setup, and I'm going to use my Capsi High Build Primer. Now I'm going to prime this the same as I would any job. So for me, whether this really makes that much of a difference, I haven't been able to make my mind up, to be fair. The way that I prime is first coat, you give it a nice light coat over all your repairs. You can have it wet, but you don't want it too thick, because the problem is obviously with the filler, it's basically like a giant sponge. It's going to suck all that primer in, so you want your first coat on there nice and light, and then let that cure off, so it almost seals that top surface of the filler, which in instance is really what the Evercoat 440 Express is supposed to do. Now I used this on this job. I've used it on a few little jobs since. The only things that I've really found it beneficial on were, should I say, the smaller repairs that I didn't want to put 4 good coats of primer on. Because for me, with the Evercoat, now you may be able to put less coats of primer down, which is fine. But personally, I prefer to block all my repairs down, just to double check that, so that I know they are perfect when they're done. So even a job like this, I'm still going to nib over these with a block and then DA it before I come towards paint. And something like that, a bumper, any of you guys will know that when you've done like repairs of plastic, sometimes you got those little bit of frilly bits, and it takes a couple of coats of high build, once you've smoothed those frilly bits down with, a nice light grade paper, to make sure they're covered and make sure they're sandable and they're going to be alright to paint over. Now, as you'll see here, on this second coat, that quarter panel has got no sink in it, it's got no bits where it's being drawn back into the filler or anything like that. So, the sealer has done its job, but then I think to myself, is it a case of the sealer's done its job, or has that first light coat of primer done its job? Before I've used this product, obviously I've never needed a product like this before. The way that I prime with 1 light coat and then 3 to 4 wet thick coats over the top, and the volume of that is just so you can block your repair. But the way that I prime, I've never really had much of a problem, as long as you give it plenty of time to dry out. Now, if you're a smart repair guy or something, this is a product that for me, I think you'd find beneficial. because a lot of you guys are using like one pack primers and stuff, and you want quick flash off times. Obviously, the more material you're getting on there, the longer your drying times are going to be. So if you had a sealer down there first to seal your, your repaired area, then obviously you're going to spend a lot less time priming and putting the build on. So as for this door here, you can see there is a slight bit there where it's just pulled back a little bit, but there is also a slight bit through the back quarter panel. And on the other side, I have to say there was a little bit of a ring on the other side of the quarter panel as well. Now, like I said, I've tried this on a few jobs since. Tried it with a few different cloths, tried putting a little bit more on, a little bit less on. And I don't know. Personally, at a price tag that's, I think, £35 a bottle, I think to myself I could buy a gallon of high build for £38. So is a small bottle of this sealer really worthwhile at £34, £35 when I can buy a gallon of high build and do the job, in my eyes, properly? The same as the pinhole subject. I think as far as pinholes go, if you should be removing your pinholes really. In repairs this sort of size, it's different if you got like a big restoration job or something, but I think on a job this size, really pinholes and stuff, they should be dealt with in your filler stage. As I've shown in one of my videos, how I do it is I put my sort of heavier, lightweight filler down first, and then normally I go over it with a fine filler or a finishing filler after, and then I don't think you'll have the same problems. So as far as I go, on me personally, I will only use this on small jobs, fast repairs that I want to get out quicker, that I just want to put, say, 2 really light coats of primer on just to seal them up, so I can paint over the top. What you guys think of it is entirely up to you. I've had a few people on Instagram who sort of jumped on me when I said that I don't like it, but then again, other people had the same arguments about it being a 1K product, etc. So they came back and they were more on my side of things. So as far as this stuff goes, I'd say really it's up to you guys. Try it, see what you think. Let me know if you use it. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. Let me know if you think I'm right or that you've tried it. Drop your thoughts below. Let some of the other viewers know what your thoughts are on this product. So that's it for this video, guys. So I'll see you again soon.